Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic.
Men of Reddit. What is something that other men do that makes you say, yeah, they're gonna be single forever? Make overt sexual remarks, at inappropriate times, to people they do not know well enough off for that sort of banter. As a woman, yep. I hung out with my male neighbor a few months ago after he approached me and asked me to hang out. Because he thought I seemed cool. The first night I met him, he immediately started joking to me that he likes to hear his neighbors fuck and also thinks all women have a rape fantasy. Haha, so funny bro. I hadn't ever really spoken to him outside of polite hellos and how are you before this. He was divorced. After spending about 2 hours with him I was like, no fucking wonder his wife left him and he's been single ever since. Why is this guy all alone? 5 minutes later, there it is. I was at a friend's party with my husband and daughter and ended up talking to this random guy. Turns out his son was just a year older than my daughter. He starts making cracks about his son, teaching my daughter a thing or two, yeah no, wink wink. My daughter was 3. My daughter was 3, holy shit. I didn't think he could get much more revolting, but that last line really hit different. Frankly, I'd be concerned for his poor son. Who regards toddlers this way? Think their flaws are forgivable while the flaws of others aren't. We judge ourselves by our intentions, we judge others by their actions. This is why communication is so important. It's easy for me to judge you by your intentions if you make it clear to me what you were intending. Or did intend. If one can't communicate this to their partner, all that's left is actions. Like, I don't care if my partner fucks up if they are able to apologize for a screw up and explain a thought process. I probably won't be happy if they do something I don't like and never acknowledge anything went wrong. A dude I know, who is kind of an incel, upon seeing any woman, feels the need to rate him out loud. I'm amazed he hasn't gotten pepper sprayed lol. The funny thing is, the guys doing the rating are usually nothing more than a 3 out of 10 themselves, tears of joy. It's so true though. Or they're insanely critical of women who are widely considered hot. Kate Upton looks like a squishy brick. Or saying this girl I know who married a former pro basketball player and looks like a shorter version of Angela Garten is the Land O'Lakes factory of butterfaces. But we all know that they would be lucky to have any woman go near them. I am continually surprised at who can get a girlfriend, boyfriend. Really, some of the most man children I've ever seen have gotten married. Some of the biggest assholes I know have kids. There is one guy, the first know, that I think will struggle, though. He's in his 20s and the only way he can entertain himself is by making loud fart noises with his mouth. I'll be sitting there chatting with another friend. And out of the blue he'll just make this sloppy shart sound with his face and laugh his ass off. And you know, I'm a simple guy. I laugh at good poop jokes. When someone has good timing with a fart, I laugh. But this guy literally cannot make a joke. He cannot tell a story. He cannot enjoy a moment of silence without making fart noises. Just constantly. I'm debating removing him from our Discord server that our IRL friends hang out in. Because he has nothing to say. It's just fart sounds. Non-stop. Fart sounds. I worked with a guy like that and he brought his girlfriend to the company Christmas party. She was smart and beautiful and a wonderful person. I'm still confused about it 10 years later. I've been to a similar party. Ladies at the party asked her why she was with her boyfriend. 6 months later, she wasn't. Went to company Christmas banquet. The most loudmouth, obnoxious, crazy asshole coworker walked in filthy jeans, a greasy beard, and a ratty t-shirt looking like a fucking vagrant, with a wife that looks like Martha Plimpton in her prime on his arm. Sounds like brain damage. No joke. It actually sounds like a mental condition. Sending unsolicited dick pics is a good indicator. I send duck pics instead. Hey babe, do you like my duck? Wanna touch it? Quack duck. This would work on my wife. I send unsolicited doggo pics. I've yet to find someone who disliked me for it. So I'd say unsolicited doggo pics are pretty well accepted. Nothing. I've watched the absolute worst of the worst, still find someone willing to tolerate them. I'll cross my fingers for the younger generations to draw that line. This is a fair point. Shit, even Ted Bundy found a wife while on trial for murder. Edit. To all of you writing that he was attractive. You are dumb. Stop announcing it to everyone else. He was not attractive. And even if he was some women's type, stop insulting the rest of us by saying that just because someone might find him attractive they'll overlook murder. Just stop. Of all the people you could have mentioned, Ted Bundy is probably the least surprising. He was tall, good looking, and charismatic. Edit. No shit, he was a serial killer. But the above still stands. Many people get married in prison. A better pick would have been Ted Kaczynski. Keeping up with the Bundys. Sea of loopholes in the law. A couple moved in next door when I was a kid where the 50-something-year-old husband had went to prison for violently raping his 12 to 13 years old stepdaughter. My dad once asked the wife why she stayed with him. She replied it didn't matter to her. He was the one who was stupid enough to get caught. So I'm not shocked by anything anymore. That poor daughter. WTF. Not take responsibility and lacks any self-reflection. No one wants an incompetent manchild that thinks they are perfect and unwilling to grow, change. I beg to differ. There's a ton of incompetent manchildren with GIFs, wives. It's crazy how many actually do. Right. But it's not so much that GFS, wives wanted incompetent manchildren. It's that their bar for expectations got real low.